talking about buyer's remorse today in a proposed piece of legislation geared toward car buyers. Representative George Young has proposed adding a 3-day cooling off period, if you will, after your purchase, saying Oklahoma's lemon law just doesn't cut it. So here with us today is Representative George Young himself. Thanks for being with us.
My pleasure.
Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so this is House Bill 1473 that you're behind. Tell us what this cooling off period entails.
I had a constituent come into my office and they'd had a problem over a long period of time. They had went to purchase a car from a car lot. They bought the car. When they brought the car back home, the car would not fit in their garage. Very simple. It didn't fit in the garage.
And why didn't they know measurements beforehand?
I don't know why they didn't measure it. They must have fell in love with the car. I don't know, but they thought it would have fitted. Yeah, they thought it would fit. And so when they saw that it did not, they returned. Same day, they went back to the car lot, and that started a 2-year ordeal that they never did get straight at all. And so that's who brought it to me. And then when I started researching it, on the federal level, there is a 3-day cooling off period in many instances, but not in the state of Oklahoma, and the lemon law does not cover that. So yeah, I mean, if they bring it back, under mileage, you know, all that's nothing wrong with the car, why wouldn't they take it back?
Sure. Okay, so you're giving people, if this were to pass, a 3-day period to return it. For those who don't know what the lemon law is, can you explain that really quickly? It has to do with technical malfunctions?
Right. If something's wrong with the car, then you can discover that, or you can determine that something was wrong with the car when the person purchased it. That's a little different. But, you know, how many times have we bought stuff and got it home and said, oh, okay, you know, you bought stuff from Walmart and you take it back?
Countless times.
Right.
And with a big investment like a car, you're saying, you know, why not have a few days? So say, you know, kind of talk hypotheticals here. Say I buy a car and within 3 days I decide I'm not happy with it.
Right.
Do I have to have, you know, substantiated evidence that there's something physically wrong with the vehicle to return it? Or can I just say, you know what, this is not the car for me? What kind of, there must be limitations to this, right?
There are limitations, but those, if you decide that you have a 3-day period to make that decision whether or not to keep that car. And that's just kind of basic to how we do business. If you find that it's not what you really wanted and you have not, and I was willing to talk about it. I was willing to make any amendments that would make it you know, accessible to the car dealers, but that did not occur, and so we didn't get a chance to do that. I was more than willing to work through that process, because some folk do buy a car one day, and you know, I'm a little older. I may want to go out and buy me a 2-seat red Corvette and then get it home and have to take it back.
You take me, sir, exactly to where I wanted to go next. We had a few people write in. So our first viewer question is from Christopher Crockett. He says, heck yes, I'd have so many 3-day cars. What an excellent idea. Do you see this turning into, if it's passed, a law that people kind of abuse its power? Do you see people saying, oh, I'll do this Mustang for 2.5 days and then return it? And do you see that taking place?
No, I don't. That's you know, almost a criminal mind to do something like that. So yeah, you know, you why would you abuse something that is that helpful? We can't account for those folk at all. So I don't see that as a problem. The legitimate reasons why people do not want cars, or something comes up, or they discover that their budget will not maintain them enough to be able to handle that car note.
And then Clayton Reed wrote in. Clayton says, if the provision also protects dealers from being on the hook for damages the buyer has inflicted to the vehicle, then I'm for it.
Oh, yes.
How does this affect dealers and sellers, not just buyers?
Right. No. If that person buys that car and takes it out and drives to Memphis, Tennessee, and comes back and put 1,000 miles on it, no, you know, yeah, we've got problems. And that's a little different. But I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about people who really and truly make a decision, and after that decision has been made, they get home and they see that it's not the best decision for them. That's a large purchase, and people ought not be stuck with it for, you know, unless they have an opportunity to be able to think about it for a little while.
And you say, you know, this cooling off period, this 3-day situation happens in other areas, other industries, you know, whether you're securing a home equity loan or getting, you know, windows for a house. Get a cooling period. Why do we not see this here yet?
I have no idea. That's why.
Has this been proposed before?
I have not seen it before. Everything I've seen, I have not. And now, let me jump the gun, because I need to tell you that the bill was not heard in committee. And so at this point, there is no way for me to move this legislation any further. The committee chair decided not to hear this bill in committee. And so since it's not being heard in committee, it cannot come to the House floor, it cannot go over to the Senate, it cannot go to the governor's desk to be signed. And so I'm pushing on some more angles, but it looks like we may have to do it again next year.
Next session. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you about the timing too. You know, this is such a busy legislative session with a lot of lawmakers heavily focused on how do you close this behemoth of a budget deficit, teacher pay raise, the list really goes on and on. Why was this the best time for this specific bill, did you think? And did you think does it have a chance of passing?
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. I would not have proposed it if I did not think it had a chance of passing. Because one of my jobs, I'm there to represent the constituents of House District 99 in the state of Oklahoma. And when constituents bring me information, bring me ideas and thoughts about bills that's helpful to them, it's my responsibility, even though, yeah, I'm working with this $980 million budget deficit, also looking at ideas, how we can fix that. But on the other hand, I do have a responsibility to the citizens of Oklahoma to bring forth laws that help improve their lives. And that's why, I wasn't going to say, okay, now I'll wait till we finish this, because we're not going to get this settled. You know, the budget deal is an ongoing thing.
Okay, well, we will stay tuned. Representative George Young, thank you for your time.
You.
And I guess we'll follow this next session then.
We'll do it.